What is up, guys? This is neoCrown playing Summoner's War Sky Arena. The new Hall of Heroes is released and it is the Wind Sylphid. So today I'll be trying to capture the new unit. You can find it under Kairos Dungeon, Hall of Heroes, B1 and B2. I've tried them once before. The drop rates for B1 are abysmal as usual, but you do get a guaranteed piece on B2, maybe more. Okay, so you'll be meeting all kinds of Sylphids in this dungeon, all elements. Some are awakened, some are not. In the mid-boss stage you will fight against an Undine and also a Sylph with varying elements depending on the stage. I'm gonna use a farmable team just to show you guys the difficulty level. You should be able to do B1 pretty easily, even with max level 4-star units. So who should you prioritize? My advice is to focus on all other Sylphids except for the Fire one. If you do want to take out the Fire one, make sure he goes down first or he goes down last. The reason is because he has an ability, a passive, that when you take him out he's going to revive his allies with full HP. So yeah, apart from that, the rest are not that much different, to be honest, because they have heals and shields. So for the mid-boss stage, focus on the Dark Undine first because she has a revive ability, and the Sylph follows next. These are awakened Sylphids. I'm going to show you guys what happens when the Fire Sylphid dies. So you can see the Dark Sylphid has a little bit of health left, but if you take the Fire Sylphid down, she's going to be at max HP again. So you want to take a unit out, make sure it's the Fire one first. If you don't take the Fire out first, you take him out last. Never take him out in between. Units with healing is recommended. With defensive buffs, Shannon is really good here, especially with the glancing hit debuff, really useful as well. The boss can be inflicted with a lot of status ailments apart from a stun, because she has or he has stun immunity. You can put him to sleep, you can disturb recovery, you can put continuous damage procs, you can mount the bombs, you can put glancing hit debuff, defense break, attack reduction, toad poison, provoke, name it, just name it, except for stuns, because the boss monsters as usual are stun immune. So yeah, we get mana and we don't get any summoning pieces, so that's why I recommend doing B2. I'm going to switch it up to Fire Dragon lead and bring on Jojo along. To be honest, I prefer having more sustain. I would probably swap in my Light Fairy somewhere here, but alright, so let's see. Units with AoE abilities are good, but make sure the AoEs do not take out that Fire Sylphid in the process, because you'll be healing everyone up when he dies. Okay, notable abilities are just AoE heals, AoE defense buff, AoE shields from the Wind one. So hopefully you guys get to farm as much as you want and make sure you get to max out the Sylphid's abilities. So for me, I'm gonna go at least for 10 maybe, because at the same time that I'm gonna max out his skills, I'm also gonna be evolving this Sylphid to 5 stars by using his fellow brothers or sisters. Do bear in mind, you may get 2 or 3 from this dungeon. So this Light Undine has a I think debuff or buff removal with his basic attack, cooldown reduction, and this ability, absolute defense, absolutely annoying, reduces damage to 0. So take him out first. If he does put the shield on someone, then focus on the unit that doesn't have the shield. Again, you can put all debuffs on to these monsters. So if you have a Shannon or a Light Vagabond, you should be working on those 2 units, because those 2 units will be really useful in Giants B10 as well. And for the future Hall of Heroes, these units will will definitely see more use. So try work on Shannon, Wind Pixie, and Light Vagabond Darian. I'm just using basic attacks, and I'm manually doing it for now, just because I want to show you guys the abilities. I can do it on auto as well. So if you can do it on auto, and if it's the highest stage that you can do, spam the dungeon. Okay, just spam it. Avoid sacrifice everything else. Just spam the dungeon. Okay, I think you'll regret it if you don't farm as much as you want, because these events come along once in a blue moon, once a month, and if you have other Sylphids, then you can take this opportunity to max that Sylphid out. Okay. Now the Wind Sylphid is arguably one of the best ones. I mean, if you discount the light and dark ones, because those are pretty rare. I've seen footage of the Water Sylphid soloing the B10 boss with some friendly help, but once one of the towers is taken out, he can solo the boss and the other tower completely. So in my opinion, I've stated this many times, most natural 4-stars are good. I'm still keeping my Fire Ninetooth Fox from a while ago, and also a Wind Undine from a previous Hall of Heroes. I know some of you have already fused these units away, but who knows, they can be buffed, they can have a niche that can only be fulfilled by them, so they can also be fusion hexagram ingredients, so that's why I'm keeping these units. I mean, if it's a 3 stars and if it's farmable, then yeah, by all means fuse them away, but a pretty rare unit like a natural 4-star, make sure you keep at least one copy. Okay, so you're facing 2 now in the boss stage, and if you have well ruined, well, not even well ruined, if you just have the right units that can sustain and dish out reasonable damage, then you should be fine here. Now for the newer players out there who cannot do B2, B1 should be easy for you guys. And when I started out with the Wind Undine and the Water Rakshasha, sorry, I spammed B1 and I managed to get 1. Okay, because even though the rates are low, you can still get 1 piece from it, and if you spam the dungeon, then you will be getting enough summoning pieces for at least 1 summon, which is enough, guys. 1 summon is enough. I will attempt B3, and if I clear it, I will post a video on it. Okay, but in terms of farming, B2 seems to be the best case scenario, because it's just much faster to auto it than B3, because B3 the units have a lot of health. Alright guys, okay, this is neoCrown with a quick guide on the Wind Sylphid Hall of Heroes, and I will be signing off.